It's Thanksgiving week, it's Black Friday week, and these markets are trying to defy gravity, but will they be able to do it? Let's take a look. If you're new here, I'm Hima Reddy. I use price action candlesticks like these, market timing, that's forecasting, which I'll show you in a moment, and momentum, my favorite indicator being the RSI power zones, to boost my trading and that of my tribes. So here we are on the weekly chart of the E-mini S&P 500 futures. And this gives us some perspective, even though the week just started, to see how we are attempting to maintain the uptrend from mid-August. Now, let's go ahead and change the time frame down to a daily. So same chart, no annotations, just keeping it real simple. The recovery that has been in place since November 19th has taken us up back into the range of the November 11th high. But you can see that it's kind of exerting itself as some resistance. Now, during holiday weeks, sometimes there's really slow days, especially if there's no economic data. Picks up maybe into Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then usually quiet on Black Friday. However, we have the unique season of the Trump administration that's been reelected, settling out, right? Cabinet positions and all that, appointments that may lead to further deregulation, making some market participants happy. But then the actual economic data playing out that the Fed's going to look at before they have their meeting on December 18th. So with that, let's go look at the 60-minute time frame for some insights about how to kind of deal with these situations. So the first thing you'll notice here is that we had a gap higher that occurred overnight, and the market pushed up higher. My upside target in this morning's research report was 6035. We traded there and then went up to 6040 and have been backing off. Now, all this time, we have maintained within the RSI power zones and the bull support power zone, starting with the lows from November 21st. If you draw a trend line connecting on the 60-minute chart, I highly recommend this. If you're trading the ES, definitely. And even if you're just monitoring the broad market for your own analysis, go ahead and pull up a chart of the E-mini S&P 500 futures, December 2024 contract. Draw a trend line connecting 5855 to 5880, and notice how it held the two lows that formed later in that week, right? Now, here's the cool thing. If you clone this line, so in this case on TradeStation, create a new parallel, and then you put that to the unique high that was in between those first two lows, so that's right here, 4 a.m. on November 20th, check this out. It provided a hint that the morning high we got into 10 a.m. might be significant. Now, I don't trade any one factor alone, and you'll see this as I reveal more details about my Black Friday special offer and more. I always like to combine a couple of elements. So this is based on price action. Now let's bring in forecasting. You can see here there was a forecast for shares to trade up into 6045.75 by 11 a.m. Eastern. But look, they were just a tiny bit off that little magnet target, reaching up to 6040, so about 6 points shy, into 10 a.m., 1 hour earlier. Now, you could have had this forecast on your chart as early as the hour ending 7 a.m. on Friday, November 22nd. So this is a combination of price action with trend lines and forecasting. Like I said, there's also other aspects to price action I teach, as well as momentum techniques. So all of this together is how you need to approach markets in these situations, okay? Where liquidity and volume may be a little bit lower because of the holidays. Go into your arsenal of your tools and ideally find more than one thing happening at a time to take action. So where we are now, we'll see how this shakes out into Monday's close, which is about an hour from the posting this video. So far though, we are holding in the bull support power zone. This forecast is no longer something I need in my chart. It's kind of done its thing. And I can now draw a forecast for how far down I think this pullback might go. So now you can see, as of the 11 a.m. bar, I could have drawn a forecast to help me be guided for this weakness towards 5996.25, which did hit. In fact, the market went down to 5982.5. However, the market went into that weakness faster than the cycle projected. It wasn't expected to be hit until later today. So what this is telling me is that we're likely to have a little bit more choppy action ahead. Again, you can take a look at the short-term action from one or more of your toolkit, actually two or more of your toolkit, whether it's price and market forecasting, forecasting momentum, or price and momentum. And little heads up, those of you on the early bird list, you have a special surprise, a live bonus coming to you this week. So if you haven't joined my early bird list for Black Friday, go ahead and do that. Make sure that you keep an eye on your emails for the special live event where I'm going to show more of how I do this. It's a purely educational live event. Won't be selling anything at the event, just wanting to show you how to put all this together in these crazy market times. Awesome. Well, let's see how everything unfolds. We'll see if the market can defy gravity. Like I said, I got to throw that in there with the Wicked musical movie coming out this week. And I'll catch you soon.